Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing,
Hi.
sweetheart? Oh, can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. All right, darling. What did you want to ask me about?
Uh, well, I recently lost my husband, and I was wondering if there might be a message from him, possibly. And then
Mhm.
also if he thinks I should
Yeah.
continue
So
building the house that we were building together.
yeah. First of all, it's funny because he's knocking on wood or knocking on the door. So if you ever have knocking on the wood or knocking on the doors, or someone as if they're trying to like knock on the door, that's him. He's been coming around or just trying to get y'all's attention. I asked him about the house and he's giving me a thumbs up, but he's like, you don't have to live in it. You can just sell it. And so it's almost like you might actually be able to make more money by finishing it up and then selling it if you don't want to live there. So he's making me feel like it's okay what you decide to do, but he still thinks it's a good idea to get it built or to get it done. So it's
Okay.
your decision whether you want to or not. Don't let them push you or force you. Just because I'm like, y'all are up there, y'all have it easy. We have to make the decisions and deal with the consequences. So, but he's making me feel like it's okay. Um, he also is acknowledging the number 11.
Okay.
Do you know if November the 11th of a month is connected?
Yes.
Okay, because he's making reference to
It's my
that.
birth
He's
month.
also acknowledging. Got it. So he's probably wishing you a birthday, and since we're not that far from that, he's probably wishing you a birthday. He says that he's going to find a way to get you flowers or a rose for your birthday. So to look out or to keep an open heart and open mind, because you might unintentionally receive a gift of flowers, and he says it's going to be from him. Doesn't matter who gives them to you. He's owning up to him giving them to you. So he's acknowledging that. He also is acknowledging. It's going to sound weird. Do you have crystals?
Do I have crystals?
Do you have
Uh,
crystals or a piece of jewelry with a crystal in it?
yes.
Okay. So he's showing me that. Have you been, it's gonna sound weird, have you been trying to like meditate or try to like talk to him in meditation or trying to like do these like, I want to call it a prayer meditation because it feels very similar.
Yes.
Okay. Because he's like, he knows what you've been trying to do. So he says that he's aware of what you've been trying to communicate across to him. He also says that he's been laying down with you almost every single night, and he says that the bed is getting crowded. So, has someone else been sleeping with you as well?
Um, well, I've had friends over, not sleeping in the bed, but more of the animals have been crawling in the bed. So yes, it's
Perfect.
crowded.
He's just acknowledging it's getting crowded. So he's laughing about that and is acknowledging that it's getting crowded. He also says thank you. Is there a Jeff or a Jeffrey or a J.E. name reference?
Just as a friend, like a coworker.
Is it a female? I'm sorry, female. Is it a male?
Yeah, male coworker.
Okay. Do you know if your friend lost an older female recently as well?
Not sure
Okay.
on that.
That's okay. I'll leave this with you. There's an older female with your husband, and he's bringing up that J.E. name or Jeffrey sounding name. So if it's the friend, there might be a female who's passed or recently passed that he's trying to let you know, to let the friend know that that person's there as well. Your husband is showing me 2 rings. Do you wear 2 rings together or have 2 rings together?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, because he's acknowledging that as well. He also keeps acknowledging. Um, do you know if your husband had a habit of pinching your skin or wanting to pinch you?
No, not that I know of.
Okay, he's squeezing my skin or pinching my skin, and I'm trying to figure out where he's going with this. So he's pinching my skin. He's also acknowledging discoloration or weird coloring. Question, before your husband passed, do you know if he was having these weird marks on his skin or he's having discoloration of his skin?
Uh, yeah, he was.
Okay, because he's acknowledging that the skin discoloration. Do you also know? Thank you. It's funny because he's pointing to his chest, but he's also showing me the liver. Do you also know if his liver or kidneys were also giving him some issues?
Not that I know of. I'm trying to get the records.
Okay, because he's showing me like it's almost as if when your body's trying to process out toxins and it's just not happening and it's just starting to kind of create a little bit of a sepsis. He's also pointing to my heart. Do you know if he also had a cardiac event?
He did not, that I'm aware of. No.
He's doing something. He's like showing me what's going on in my blood and something being contaminated or something building up, and he's bringing it to my heart as well. So there's something there that he's trying to connect for me so that I can understand where he's going with this. But there's something about that. But there's something about that. He's trying to connect for me so that I can understand where he's going with this. But there's something there that he's trying to connect for me so that I can understand where he's going with this. But there's something about that. He's trying to connect for me so that I can understand where he's going with this. But there's something about that. He's sticking with it. There's something, I feel like I need to filter something out of my system. Do you know if there was any attempts to try to filter something out of his system or filter his system out?
No, not that I know of. I mean, I've just speculated there was more going on that the doctors weren't aware of. So I'm trying to get the copies of his labs.
Okay, so here's what I would say. When you get the copies of what they give you, pay attention to see if there was any weird anomalies with the liver, with the kidneys, and also if his heart began to react or respond in some way. Because he's making me feel as if there was a buildup in his system, and there was almost like such a buildup that it was starting to kind of like trigger other issues or events in his system. But he's like building something up in my system as if there's something building up, and it's not getting any better. And then normally the system would filter it out through the liver or through the kidneys. He's like making me feel like something was not doing what it was supposed to be doing. He also says, do you remember if he kept talking about feeling dizzy or he was feeling pressure in his head?
No, he didn't tell me that in those words specifically that I recall.
Okay, because he's making me feel like he was feeling kind of fuzzy before this happened, and he also makes me feel like he felt a little bit, it's almost like drowsy, like when you feel sleepy or drowsy or like you can't like just like snap out. It's like he's making me feel a little bit weird in that way as well. Did you have to drag him to the doctor?
I was trying to. Yes.
Okay.
I was emailing our doctor saying that I felt like something wasn't quite right.
Yeah.
And they were calling him to make an appointment, but he didn't answer the phone.
He's a stubborn man. And so he's like first of all, he doesn't want to blame you for what was going on with him. He also says he knew damn well he didn't feel right, but he was just being stubborn and he didn't want to go to the hospital or didn't want to go to the doctor. She said that's just basically what he's apologizing for. He doesn't want you to feel like you should have like knocked him out and dragged him there, or you should have called him out. He says there's nothing you could have done. I was going to do what I was always going to do, which was I was going to be stubborn. So he doesn't want you to feel guilty or to feel like you could have prevented this from happening. He says if anyone's to blame, he says it's him. He blames himself. So he wants you to understand that. He also says, thank you, white doves are going to be a sign. So look out for white doves and pigeons that are white, because he says that those are going to be signs from him.
Okay.
Okay, sweetheart? He's with you, sweetheart. He's with you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, darling. You take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you.
All right, baby girl.